Picking up where we left off with like kind numbers and the functions of the X to X boundary that we know as the weekly candle. Okay, so what do we look for? If you watched the last video, you should be up to date on this right here. So you'll know that we are bar 1. That's 1. We're looking for odds. This is bar 2. That means we're looking for evens. Bar 3, odd. We're looking for odds. Bar 4, we're looking for evens. Bar 5, we're looking for odds. Bar 6, we're looking for evens. Bar 7, we're looking for odds. And bar 1, we're looking for odds. Okay? So this is how we're going to do it. I've marked this out a little bit, and if you'll just bear with me, I'm just going to kind of float through this really quick. This is back to July. If I can get that thing. There we go. So this is July of this year. Bar 1 this week. Hit in bar 1 of next week. Like kind numbers. That right there's odd numbers. It dumps down. Okay. We're just going to mosey on down through here and see what we got. So we came into this week and well, let's see here. We got the 5 high and the low, and in 7 and 6. So it's kind of, you can see this as like a head and shoulder. As you can see, it's just in ahead of our close of the day there. Bam. So 5, 6, 7. Boom. 2 bounces off of the levels of 6. The open of 6. 2 bounces off of it. Bar 3 continues it. So down here we have bar 5 and 7, bar 5 and 7 represented here. We have 6 drug over here. I just have it labeled here. So 2 off the 6 stuff there. We come back up, and now you see that the 5 in the last week, we landed on it in this week. So there's 7, 6, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. We take off. All right. We're going to just keep rocking through this, so pay attention. I'm going to just kind of blast through this so I'm not dragging this out for y'all too long, because it's kind of a little bit repetitive, but that's what we're going to do. So bar 1, bar 3, 3, 4, dumps down, low of 3, 5, odds, odds, still down here, it's odds, odds, right? 3, put in the low, 5, rejected, 3, boom. Coming down, 5, 7 goes up towards 3, which is odds. 1 comes in. 5 put in a low. In the 5th bar, we reject 5, rejects 1, odd numbers, rejecting the low of the 5th bar in the 5th bar as well. Okay, so what happened in this day? We have the 1st bar open, 7th bar come over here, and it opened up, putting a low in, and the 7th bar came over here and rejected up underneath it. But so 3, 5. Odd numbers, odd numbers, odd numbers, odd numbers. It's easy to think like this. You do not need to memorize 1,000 acronyms. You don't need to memorize a dictionary of nothing. Bar 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. But 3, and you see this, it's the high of the week, but it put in, this is the move that you're looking for. Yes, yeah, it came in towards the high of the week. It didn't exactly touch it, but this is why. 3 put in the low, the high. 4 went through it. 5 bounced off, run us down. 1 through, or 1 put in a level. 2 went through. Odds, right? Odds. 1, 3. Shoulder, head, shoulder, up. Shoulder, head, shoulder, down. What ran this entire thing here, everybody? Come on, pay attention. Let's see what you got. We got the 1, put in the low. 3 moved off the 1, right? So, yes, I understand that you could say that this is the initial low, and so it comes up, and so this is just the structure in it. So the structure is what 3 ran off of. 1, 3, boom, right? They're trying to be sneaky and hide it from you. And then 3, so basically you have a 1 level, and so you have an odd, an even broke through, and an odd reacted. So you have an odd, an even broke through, and an odd reacted. That's pretty much it. Down here to the bottom, we've got 5, 6, 7. This is Friday. This is Monday. 5, 1. Odd numbers up. Here we go. What do you see over here on the inside? Where was that at? Right here. You see how you've got the 3, and it peaks up, and it comes down, does this. You kind of got the same type of mathematics is really close to get 3 and 5 with head and shoulders. 3 and 5 right here. There's two different moves. This right here is a failed auction, and then this right here is also a failed auction, but it's a different type of setup. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, we're not gonna get into all that type of structure talk. We're just gonna get moving along. So three puts in a high, five hits it, comes down. Now we have the five closes into six. Here's the high, here's the low, here's the open, here's the close. So if we take the open of it and bring it over here, two was front running it right there. Okay, and then if we take a second to figure that this is bar one open, this is bar two, this is bar three, and I can take that open right there and bring it over here, and then whoops, and that's it. So we've got one and three. I'm just not going to label it. I'm just going to move along. All right, what do we have here? So we've got the odds and evens things here moving it up. We get to the top. We've got a five. Well, we've got a five over here. So what do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see that? 3, 4, 5. Shoulder, head, shoulder. It's over there. It was right there. This is the exact same setup. 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to tell you, if you pay attention to that little number diagram I gave to you, you're going to start to understand the differences in the flows. So if I can get that thing to work. Yeah. Let's see here. I don't like how that crosshair is that dang small. We're gonna make it easier for you people to see on your cell phones and stuff. What? No way. You kidding me? No, what am I doing here? Alright. Alright, let's see here. That's more like it. So 1, 3, 5 odds. They all ran it. We got a 1, so we have the 1. Just like in the, if you notice, a couple weeks back there was a 1 in this week and a 1 in this week, and it shot it down. So we used the 1 and the 1. Yeah, I got the little. It's the wick tips. I just measured the body over, and then it gave the reaction to it. Still the same thing. It's the structure inside of it, but we'll get into talking about that later. So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 bounces off 1, goes up, rejects, comes down. All right, now if we take the low of the 1, you see, I'm going to show you something here real quick, focusing on these ones. It's the opening range. Even though it's a 7-day bar, it's still the opening range, the same as it would be in a 5-day market. So 1 put in a low, 1 rejected the low, 1 put in a low, and then 1 came over here and bounced that in that low and took off, right? Odd numbers, odd numbers, odd numbers. So down here, we have, this is bar 3, 1, 2, 3, blasted off of in bar 3 over here. So now let's get up here and see what we've got. We have bar 4 here, bar 5, 6 inside, 7 high, 7, 1, odd numbers, 5, 1, 2, and 3, 5, 3, odd numbers. All right, 2 put in a low, 4 bounced underneath the low, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, structural stuff. No, it was not the low, but just like in the previous point where I showed you the structure where it came in, put in a big peak high, peak low section, and then drop down. So it's still structure inside of the 2 that the 4 reacted to. So it was a high of day short at the structure of the 2, like kind numbers, evens. So down here again, we are 7 into 1. Up there you seen 7 into 1. 1, 3. You see this? This is how it's working, okay? Odds, odds, evens, odds. 1 started the stuff, 2 reacted to it, and then 3 came up and then continued the move of 1. That 1 got started. It broke down, started breaking down into 1, and then continued. So let's see here. I've just done this quick to kind of give you. Now you can really get into this and have a lot of stuff marked up, but you really need to. I'm just kind of spacing it out and stuff, and giving you a light sense of flow, because these are some pretty decent moves. Like let's say if I don't know. Let's go back here real quick. Let's find anything that we could say was kind of some simple structures here. We could say that this short right here, if we shorted down towards this level here, 2.5%. If you shorted from the or long from the lows down into here because of it was being an inside day and into the low of day trigger over here on bar 5, 3 closed here, 5 hit 3's closed, bounced off. That's really what happened. But if you did that right there, knowing that, and you longed it back to the 1, you could have pulled out 2%. There's 3 to 5%, roughly 4%. But yeah, so if we understand that we bounce from this level up to this level, and we know that we can trade like kind numbers and dump it straight back down to it, right? Then we'll be able to give ourselves some kind of example that we want to trade off of. Say we might decide we want to hit any one of these levels and say that's a percentage I'm happy with taking. Come on with all these numbers. Yeah, that's it. So, anywho, we're just gonna move along. 1, 3, bam. 1, 3, bam. Right. So we have a 5 here. I was fixing to say it. I thought it got it right there, but it didn't. Anywho, just like here, 5, 5. You see, I drew that all the way across. So we have a point in which it imbalanced out of and then moved along with odd numbers. So odd number up puts in this section. This is a 2. We kind of fell out of that on the 2. Let's see here. 5 high, 5 close, 5 and 7. Oh, this is 7 and 1 up here. This is bar 7. This is 1, and this is 3. So head, shoulder, head right there. Yeah, shoulder, head, shoulder. Excuse me. Anyway, bar 2, dumps down. 3, 5 up. I showed some of this in the previous video. I'm not sure how much I ran over into this, but we'll just look at it anyway. So 2, 2, 4, 4, 3, 5, 5. You see that this isn't a great example of even numbers, and odd numbers, really showing you the basic general flow of the structures and stuff that's going to be happening. So you just got to take a little time and chart this out and start paying attention. So we have bar 3, bar 4 peek through, dump down, doesn't matter. We're focusing on them here with the explanation. So 3 hit by 5. Where did it go? 5 ran from an odd number to an odd number. 1 and 1. I have these numbers kind of spread out like this so that I can kind of separate it, and you just have to pay attention to what bar it is and can't look at the levels to come over and stuff like that. So we have bar 4, bar 2. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 4, 2, even numbers, right? 3 landing on 5. Let's see, 4, the open of 5's level right there. Bam. So you can really start to see how you could pay attention to low of day structures, previous week low. Well, what day is it? Was it an odd day or an even day? So that right there is really your telltale trigger. If you're in these days, we only want to look for odd numbers if we're in an odd day. We only want to look for even numbers if we're in an even day. The market is switching polarities, people. I'm trying to tell y'all. If I need to get some people that I can teach that, I'm eager to like get some people understanding this stuff. I'm really excited about it, but talking to myself like this with nobody following it and asking any questions is kind of boring because it doesn't really give me like any direction to go with with your levels of understanding. So anyway, odd number, bam, bam, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 3. You see that? 3, 5, 5, 3. Okay. And so yeah, here we are into the video I made. So I'm just trying to show you guys that it's a lot easier than you think. Bitcoin isn't as hard as it looks to trade. It just seems like it. And when you get into the more professional markets, they can hide this a little bit more, but they can't get away from it. They cannot get away from it. It's just how it works. It's numbers. So they try to hide it, but they really can't. Because anyway, 4, 2, 5, 7, 1, 5. You want to know why we came back down? Because we came into the week, we put in the high and low. 2 hit 4. 4 rejected down. 2 rejected 4. 4 ran down. 4 hit 2. Do you see that pattern there? So 3 over here. 3, 5, 3. Okay. 4, 2, 4. I'm trying to give you like really concrete examples of how things can move about. And so we go up and we have three right here, 1, 2, 3. Three put in these structure highs for the day, and everybody's freaking out about Bitcoin. I've seen it all over X and whatever. Here's the high of 1. 5 didn't make it past 1 very well. If we go and we use the structures of 3, it would appear that 5 didn't even touch those, right? So we can see how it could be that we went through this, played around with 1, and it didn't want to really pass it. Odd numbers, and what did it run back to? 4 ran up towards the 1. 5 comes in. 5 runs to 1. Now that what we have here is two things. We've got like kind numbers, odds, and evens at this level. So this is a really cool one. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I've got my own thesis of what's going to happen in the market right now. I pretty much have it nailed down to a mathematical science, but I can't put it on here for you guys yet because you won't even have a clue what I'm talking about. So we're going to do this video and leave it off here in just a moment, and I want you guys to think about how you have your little number grid, your little number chart I made and put on here, and how that works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Inside this part here kind of sucked. That day right there would have sucked. Would have drove you up the wall watching that thing. Yeah. It doesn't really matter though. Anyway, we got a low of a 2 over here and a bounce off of a 2 over here. It's all the same thing. We just, you can step back and look and see how easy this is. I just showed you every bit of this stuff, just walking you through it, right? You've seen it. If you look back through and you think that I'm telling you right now that you don't need that, I'm telling you need to abandon the acronyms and all the abbreviations and all the dictionaries and crap. Basic numbers. I'm going to teach you how to do this right here and focus really, really easy on this stuff. And you're going to be able to you're going to be able to day trade, swing trade with this. You just need to pay attention. And then there's a way to know whether you want to decide it to be a short-term trade or a long-term trade. And then there's also just trading both ways. You can trade long game and you can just day trade as well. So yeah, like kind numbers, odds, and evens and stuff. This is it. This is it. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I'm going to keep blasting this stuff. I'm going to start doing it on other assets as well, but I got to take my time and then work my way through this with you guys. So you might find me kind of like tripping over my words and stuff like that. It's because I got so much just like stuff to say, and I don't need to like really dig into it because I'll lose you guys a little bit and I just need to stay focused on everything. So yep, that's it in a nutshell. There's your like kind number display right there. I've walked you through everything so far on how you would focus on this, and I'm gonna keep building on this thesis, and eventually you guys will see where I'm going whenever I get to the more advanced stuff. But you're gonna be able to look at it and you're gonna read it with these same structures. We're going to be doing combinations of candles like a week, right? So we'll be looking at weekly candles with this perspective. We won't be doing this with daily candles inside of a week. We'll be doing this with weekly candles inside of a mathematical equation that I've found, and it works really, really well. So we can't do that if we don't know what our week is attached to. So what I'm trying to say is you can see here basically you got the week, bam, bam, and it's Monday through Sunday every time, and there is no problem there, and that's why we can do this in this sequence, and then we can pay attention to this stuff. Well, if we don't know what this weekly candle is attached to, we don't have a clue. We don't know if it's we don't know if it's an even bar or an odd bar, so we don't have any idea. So I'm going to start teaching you this right here. I'm going to go through several things and show you how this works. And then I'm going to start branching out into the higher time frame stuff like that and start making videos about that. But I've got to bring everybody up to speed at the same time because I know 9,000 of you people 9 million of you out there have seen and heard all this regurgitated crap about all these retarded abbreviations and stuff. It's useless, man. It's useless. I could have told you this number sequence and ran you through the entire year, and you never had to learn an abbreviation one. That's it. That's it. Odds, evens, like kind numbers. This little the little number diagram I gave you, and that's it. You guys will be able to just leave. If you start doing this right here, I guarantee you, you are going to leave ICT in the dust. You know what I mean? I know that everybody, there's a lot of people that say stuff and think he's the greatest or whatever, but I can tell you right now that the the abbreviations is just a way to excuse that you don't know what you're talking about. But what you don't even fair value gaps and all that crap and sweeping and pushing. This is a bear class 2 function. Every bit of it. It's a they are bear class functions. It has nothing to do with uh, any kind of fair anything. This is just how numbers flow. That's it. Numbers flow. There is no there is no discount. It's just hitting the number and bouncing off the number. There is none of this facade that's been put out there. So it's pretty much it. Just a numerical boundary. You're going to bounce through them bad boys like that right there, and you're going to mark them out like this, and you're going to day trade between these lines. You're going to trade odds on odd days, evens on evens. That's it. And we're going to get you to count. In the next one, I'm going to show how to do the counts and stuff like that with the other little candles, and pay attention to what it will be for the little 3, 4, 5, 6 stuff like that. So 8, 9. So all right, that's it for now. Y'all go do a little studying, and if you don't, well, I guess I can. You'll just be losing next time. That's on you. If you want to lose, ignore me. If you want to win, I suggest you start paying attention. That's my call to action for you guys. Go out and chart this stuff. Pay attention. Get yourself used to like kind numbers, odd days, even numbers, even days. That's pretty much it. And then I'll be able to talk you through this right here a whole lot easier. So if you want to make money, you know what to do. Get the following, hit the like and subscribe. I'm throwing out some killer information here, guys. I know it's something that you guys have never seen. It may be new, but that don't mean it don't deserve a like and a subscribe. Come on now. If y'all want me to put out these videos, y'all just keep supporting me a little bit. At least tell me I'm stupid or something. You know what I mean? Like, come on here and tell me I'm a retard or something like that. I don't care what you want to call me, but just call me right in the end. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. That's it. Odds and evens. I'm out. Have a